finding a percent of a number. I can calculate increases, tax, decreases, sales, interest of a number.
Good. I'm not sure the microphone picked you up very clearly, Josh. But you guys, can you calculate increases?
Yes.
What are increases?
Taxes.
Well, that's just an example. There could be more, right? What are decreases?
Sales and discounts.
Excellent. So I'm going to go quickly through the vocab. Increase, tax or tip, decrease, sale and discount. What's of mean?
Multiply.
Does is mean?
Equal.
Writing number sentences. Now that we know what of and is mean, shall you be given a number sentence like A here? What is 4% of 12? What does the what represent?
Variable.
So X. What does is represent?
Equal.
Because is means what?
Equal.
What does 4% represent?
400.
What?
400.
Why did we change 4% to 400ths?
Because you can't calculate percent.
Okay, I like that you all answered. I don't understand anything you said. You can't calculate with percents, right? So you got to change them to a...
Decimal.
And to change a percent to a decimal, you
Divide
divide by
100.
or move the decimal point.
To make it left.
Good. What does of mean?
Multiply.
And what does 12 mean?
12.
So Roger, put your iPad down. Okay, so then once we did that, we've got 0.04 times 12. Just type it into your calculator, right? B, same thing. C, C is kind of an interesting one. We wrote our number sentence, X equals 2.50 times 46. Why is 250% 2.50? Somebody tell me, why is 250% 2.50? Cicero?
When you move it to closest to the right, it's 2.50.
Yeah, the decimal point ends up being right there if you move it 2 places to the left. But also 250% represents how many full holes? 2. And then another half of another one, right? Okay, cool. Cool. This is where things got a little bit more difficult. Letter D. 20% of what number is 18? So we wrote 20% is what? Of is what? What is what? What number is the variable, right? Is, and 18 is? Amina proved to us that we could use guess and check to figure out the answer is 90, right? Just keep trying numbers on your calculator and moving up or down. Okay, but we could also write a proportion. Because do we know 3 of the 4 numbers? We know this number, which means we know another number. What's the other number we know? If you're dealing with percents, we're dealing with, and we know this number, right? So 20% is what? 20% is what? It says 20% of some number is, so we wrote for our proportion 20% over 18, right? And then if we're lining up our labels, this percent lines up with 100%, right? And the only thing we don't know is X. Yes, no? And from there, you just use your bubbles. Got it? Okay, I'm not going to go through bubbles because we've done it a million times. Letter E is the exact same type of problem. Quick question. 160% is what? No, 160% is what?
32.
Is 32. So again, our proportion, 160% over 32, right? Yes?
Yes.
All of you, I need all of you. All right, and then we moved down here. We did percent increases and decreases on actual real life stuff. My jacket costs 120 bucks. It's on sale for 15% off. Here's your number sentence. 15% of what?
120.
Is what?
$18.
Are we done?
No.
Because it's a sale, we need to do what?
Subtract.
Okay, same jacket. $120. Taxed at 7%. I'm finding 7% of what?
$120.
So 0.07 times 120. We change our percent to a...
Decimal.
Remember, percents are what? When I say percents are weak. Everyone say that. Percents are weak.
Percents are weak.
You can never, ever, ever calculate with percents. Okay? And then once we got $8.40, do we add it or subtract it?
Add.
Because we're talking about...
Tax.
Okay? Is this one important right here?
Yes.
On the count of 3, read it together, not as loud as you can, but clearly. 1, 2, 3.
To calculate increases or decreases, find the percent of a number and then add or subtract from that number.
Excellent. Okay, so number 9 I'm going to skip because I just threw that one in there to see if you guys could solve. It's really not a percent increase or decrease. But number 10 is. So Josh showed us how to do it this way using proportions. He just forgot to subtract because we're talking about a decrease here, right? And Bergen told us how to do it this way. How much was my bill for Ivy's dentist? How much discount did I get? 30%. So I'm calculating 30% of. What does of mean? Multiply. So once I found 30% of 2,500, I had to subtract. Questions?